Earlier on today, the 3rd of October, Friday the 3rd of October, before Manchester United head into a crucial must-win game against Sunderland, we were all sat here on Forever United TV waiting for Ruben Amorim to be asked certain questions about who might start, who's injured, how are you going to approach this game, is there going to be any difference at all in the setup, and we got absolutely nothing. In fact, the most important thing to come from the press conference earlier on was a comment and a tweet before it that Fabrizio Romano put out, which said that Manchester United are not planning anything post-match against Sunderland over the international break, regardless of the result. So, if United win, if United lose, it doesn't matter. There's going to be no decision made about Ruben Amorim and the future of the Portuguese manager at the club. Now, Manchester United, as we know, are completely free-falling to the bottom of the Premier League right now, and every single fan is wanting to see action. And we all thought going into this Sunderland game, it was going to be a must-win. He's got to win to keep himself in a job. Not the case. So does that allow Manchester United to go into this game with the wrong attitude again? This is Forever United TV, and this evening I'm looking ahead to the game tomorrow against Sunderland at Old Trafford and how important it is. I'm going to give you my lineup. I'm going to give you the lineup that I think will be played by Ruben Amorim that I know I'm not going to like. But going off that press conference earlier on, we didn't get any injury updates whatsoever. We didn't get any updates on any players that might be breaking into the side. Now, while we have done this video and while we have recorded this video, the embargoed version of this press conference could have come out and give us a little bit more insight into what might be happening tomorrow at Sunderland. Against Sunderland at Old Trafford, and what we might see on the pitch. But we're going to have to go with what we've been told so far this week. Everybody's been in training. Casemiro is back. Kobe Mainoo's been training. Obviously, are we going to see him? Ahmad has returned from his bereavement in his family. And obviously, Manchester United have got another option there in them two players. How are we going to play it? I think we're quite confident after what Ruben Amorim said that he is going to go with the same system as he has always gone with. He said system about 50 times in one press conference. So, let's have a quick look at what we're up against with Brentford. Sorry, not Brentford. Oh, don't say that. That'll give me nightmares again, thinking back to what happened last Saturday. Let's hope that this Saturday is a lot better for United. And Sunderland at home, as the bookies have said there, as you can see, is a 63% chance of Manchester United taking home the victory. I don't know how or where that confidence has come from. I don't know who's betting on that. Maybe it's because United have won the last two at Old Trafford, and our home form this season, whisper it, is decent. It is. We should have beat Arsenal. We were the better side. We've beaten Burnley and we've beaten Chelsea. And we've done all right in them games. Well, the Chelsea one, you could say 10 men really did play a big part in it, but still, we should have scored 5-6 against Burnley, and we ended up scraping an injury time penalty to save ourselves. Where would we be right now if we didn't have that last-minute penalty from Bruno Fernandes? I daren't say, because it would look good for the people wanting Amorim out, not good for INEOS. That win really has been massive for United. The home form has been crucial, and that's probably why the bookies are going in with the 63% chance United claim the actual victory this weekend. Look, my prediction on this is Man United come away with a 1-0 win. Bruno Fernandes penalty. Stink the place out. Not a great day. Horrible weather conditions again at Old Trafford. Seems to be the norm these days, especially after that Chelsea one last time. Storms are coming in Manchester. It's going to be one of them. Just get in there, get out of there with 3 points, and let's move on into the international break with a little bit more calmer news stories breaking around the football club. But looking at that there, I mean, looking at the form, Sunderland there, where they are, like literally, this is one thing to take from this. If Sunderland got the victory this weekend, besides all the carnage going on with Ruben Amorim and all the stories at the moment, if Sunderland got the victory this weekend, then Manchester United would actually be 7 points behind Sunderland after 7 games. Newly promoted Sunderland, 7 points behind them. But it's okay. We're going to keep Amorim. That's all right. That's the scenario, which is why I just cannot see anything but a Man United win. I say it again. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty at all. But I think United will get the win at Old Trafford. If they don't, all of them bullish comments and all of them bullish reports about Ruben Amorim being safe in his job are going to look very, very stupid. That's all I'll say on that one. But yeah, I think United will win. 16% chance the away win. Sunderland fans, how are you feeling about that? It's a bit harsh considering their start to the season. And again, I think what you've got to look at here is that Sunderland have scored the same amount of goals as Man United, but it just goes to show how leaky Man United's defence is. Will Man United play a different side this weekend? So, when we look at this, when we look at what we're expecting team-wise there, I mean, by the way, look at the form. Like Sunderland, unbeaten in the last 4. 2 wins, 2 draws. Manchester United, all over the bleeding place. Absolutely all over the place. But United have not lost back-to-back games this season. Talking about the back-to-back wins, we still haven't lost back-to-back games. Liverpool have. We're not in enough competitions to lose back-to-back games, it would seem, at the moment. I guarantee we would if we had 2 away games in a row. The last time United won an away game was Leicester away last season. So home form is massive for United. And that's the only reason why that's 63%. Back onto the lineup again, before we get distracted again by looking at that table and how depressed we all are right now. But Manchester United's lineup this weekend, I fully expect this from Ruben Amorim. This is my prediction now. I think it will be Bayindir in goal. I think we'll have the same back three again because Ruben's stubborn. And in his press conference today, he was going on about Manchester United's and the system, how the season has not really told its full story. The system wasn't questioned against Arsenal. He kept coming back with the same stuff, regurgitated, premeditated responses. Again, like, you have to look at it different. He feels like United are doing better this season than we did last season. The results are going to kill him, no. They really are. United, what he said was, before the first goal went in against City, did you think it was the system? Before the goal went in against Brentford, did you think it was the system? He's basically outing his players to making individual errors to defend his system, is how I read that press conference earlier on. Look, I don't want to bury a man while he's down, but he is digging himself a big, big hole at the moment with how he's responding to these things. He also goes on to say in that presser that last season doesn't matter. Look, I can understand the lost in translation side to that. He has to look forward. I understand all of it, but you've got to be careful what you say because the media will pick up on that. And I straight away went, well, I was sat there paying week in, week out to watch that crap last season, so it mattered to me. I'm a match-going football fan. I don't think Ruben meant it that way. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but just be careful. Like, don't say that things don't matter. Manchester United had their worst ever Premier League season. Of course it matters. It has to matter. That's why we're not in Europe right now, having games in the middle of the week, and we're only playing Premier League football. So in defending his system, and like, this is what we'll see again. And this is where you can't defend him. Because if he goes with this team at weekend, I think we're in trouble. Which I think he will. I think he'll go Bayindir, De Ligt, Maguire and Shaw at the back. I think it'll be Dalot, Dorgu as wing-backs, Casemiro and Bruno in the middle because Casemiro's rested. And he'll go with his front three again. With Sesko up front, supported by Matheus Cunha and Brian Mbeumo. I don't want to see it. I really don't want to see that system at all at Manchester United. And we are going to get it. He's defended it, so he's going to play it again. That's how you would look at it, I feel, anyway. And I do think that Manchester United are going to struggle against Sunderland if we do go in with that system and that formation again. I think they'll find it easy to pick us off, and I think they'll find it easy to defend against. It just depends on Man United's intensity. If we get the first goal, then it's game on. If we don't, then we're going to see something for the first time at Old Trafford this season if Ruben's going to survive and not get a massive amount of criticism, which is United coming back from a goal down to win a game of football. Because a draw just won't cut this either. It will definitely not help Manchester United. Now, when you look at what I would do and how I would play, I'm just going to change this up here. So let me know what you think of this in the comment section. First of all, I did say earlier on this week, and people might pick me up on this, I said that United should probably drop Cunha and Mason Mount if they're going to play the 3-4-3, just to change it up a bit and see. But if he is going to change the system, this is what I would do, and this is what I mean. I wouldn't drop Bruno and Cunha if he did this system. Now, this is my lineup, and this is how I would work it. Lamens would be straight in goal. Let's get that in there. Let's get Bayindir out of this side. He doesn't deserve to be in there. I don't know what Ruben is even thinking. Lamens comes in. And then you've got Dalot at right back simply because we've got no Mazraoui. I'm killing myself putting him in there right now. I really am. I don't want him there. I don't think he's good enough, but I'm playing Dalot at right back until Mazraoui comes back. And this is just for the Sunderland game now. It is a 4-2-3-1 formation, which I think best suits our team right now. Lenny Yoro and Matthias de Ligt and Patrick Dorgu make up the rest of the back four for me. That is a team there at the back. Yes, Dalot is there. He's part of the old guard. But like I said, it would be Mazraoui all day long. You could even play Dorgu there at right back and maybe bring in, I don't know, maybe a Diego Leon at left back. I just think that's a little bit too much right now. But Dalot at right back, he's probably more comfortable anyway because he's not having to be relied on to move forward and go back as he is in the 3-4-3 with the wing-back crap that we've got going on right now. It exposed him and some against Brentford. But looking at that back three and the goalkeeper, back four and the keeper, I think Miles better. Then you've got the midfield situation where we haven't got a good enough midfield. I know this. But if you've got 3 players in midfield, it changes everything. United are compatible. Manchester United are a lot more solid. They're compact. And there is defence for the defenders. And we've got support for the front line as well. It's a good blend of players there. Whether you like them or not, it's still 3 men in the middle, which is what Man United are crying out for. I go Casemiro next to Kobe Mainoo. Don't want to see Manuel Ugarte anywhere near this side. And I play Bruno in front of them in a middle 10 role where he is at the best that he can be. His responsibility there then isn't as much defensive as it is in the 3-4-3 as we've seen before. And you can just see the difference there straight away and how much balance this team is. I would have Mbeumo on the right and I would have Matheus Cunha on the left in their natural positions as well. They can both play there and have played there before. And it's not much difference to what they're playing now. It can be easily adaptable in this system. The big thing about this is you've got 4 at the back and you've got 3 midfielders in the middle. And nobody's walking through the middle of our team. That's the solidifying part of this formation for me and what Ruben should be doing right now if he wants to survive. And then you've got the big man up top, Benjamin Sesko. And again, I just think that Bruno, Cunha and Mbeumo feeding Benjamin Sesko is a different outlook altogether. You can keep your intensity. You can keep the fact that you want to break and trigger certain presses at moments. It doesn't need to be the same rigid 3 at the back defence where you're isolating players like bleeding Harry Maguire. That is how I would line it up, everybody. And that pretty much sums up what I've got to say on this game. I'll be with you first thing in the morning with all of your updates as usual. I'll be giving you the full lowdown ahead of the game, building up to the watch along tomorrow. I am not at the game tomorrow. My dad is going because I have to shoot straight off after the game finishes to a wedding. So I am taken away. This is going to be a different one this weekend. A watch along at home. First time I've ever done a home watch along. It's crazy, you know. No. That is that's the look ahead. That's the build up to this game, I feel. That's how I would play it. Let me know what you think of that team right there, everybody. Let me know if you think that would change anything for Ruben Amorim. I want to gauge your thoughts on this. Get into the comment section below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button that has just popped up on your screen as well if you're new to the channel. Get your likes in and I'll see you all first thing in the morning, 8 o'clock sharp for all of your news and updates live around Manchester United on match day. Cheers, everybody.